questions that I get asked most often is, Kevin, what is the best business model that I should be focusing my time on in 2019? Well, I have officially found out what that is. This business, this industry is making over $355 million per day and is estimated by Forbes to reach $1 billion per day. And we are going to break down how you, no matter where you are in the world and what you're doing, can take advantage of this industry starting today. All right, guys, so before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button if you like money. If you don't like money, you don't have to press it. But if you like money and you like making more money, then you're in the right place. So smash that subscribe button if you are new to here. Today, we're gonna be talking about the best business model in the world and how you can take advantage of it and claim your piece of the pie of the $355 million per day industry. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video where we're gonna be doing a fun little Q&A section. Leave your comments down below on this video after you watch the full thing, and we will be answering your questions on our next video. So make sure you do drop any questions that you have down below in the comments. All right, guys, so let's jump into my screen real quick. I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean, because I think it's incredibly valuable that you understand this no matter what your age is, no matter what your experience level, no matter what you're doing, right? Because if you focus on the right thing, then you get good at the right thing. And if you get good at the right thing, then you get better at the right thing, right? And you have a much higher scale. Because the thing is, you can get really good at working at McDonald's. You can work 80 hours a week for the rest of your life, but you're never going to get real, actual wealth doing that because it's not a high income skill. Anybody can do it. It's gonna eventually be replaced by robots, but there are things that you can focus on that have incredibly high potentials for scale. The people who really accumulate and get real financial freedom are the ones who understand that, not everything is equal in life, and if you focus on certain things, you're going to get better at those things and be able to make a ton more money. So when I was first getting started as an entrepreneur, one of the things that I was really concerned with understanding fully was what was the difference between people who were millionaires and everyone else, because there must have been something that millionaires understood that the rest of us didn't. And so I really went deep researching that question, because I thought that if I understood what it was that millionaires understood that the rest of us didn't, if I really understood exactly what that was, then I could just start doing those things. And so I looked at all of these people, I reverse engineered all of these successful people, and what I found was there's a common pattern between Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Dean Graziosi, these people who've been in the entrepreneurial space, who've been making tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars doing what they're actually doing. There was a common pattern. Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Dean Graziosi have all made hundreds of millions of dollars taking advantage of the knowledge economy, helping, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people actually understand, that there are other options besides just the 9-to-5 grind. And so what these three people and thousands of other people have figured out is you can help people and you can make an absolute fortune and become completely financially free doing that in a way that wasn't possible just a short time ago. Because at the end of the day, business, like it or not, people are trying to sell you something, whether it's an Apple store or Samsung or, an entrepreneur or anyone, right? People need to create value. They need to sell products. They need to sell digital products, physical products, right? That's how the economy works. And so understanding that something that someone says is much different than something that someone does is an incredibly important part of actually creating financial freedom for yourself. Because if you're always listening to what people are saying versus looking at what they're doing, you're gonna be farther behind than people who understand true motivation. And let me give you an example. If somebody tells you that, cryptocurrency is the new best way to make money online, and they're selling you their course about it, what are they actually doing? Are they doing cryptocurrency themselves, or are they selling you a digital course about cryptocurrency, right? So understanding why people are saying things and then actually understanding what people are doing and spending their time doing are two completely different things that are incredibly important to understand. And so now that I showed you guys, what these people like Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, right, Dean Graziosi are making hundreds of millions of dollars doing, and telling you guys about the knowledge economy and how anyone, anywhere now can, with a laptop and with no office, no huge team, can create a multi-million-dollar business. I mean, I did it myself. I went from an accountant making $50,000 a year to, in less than 2 years, making over $10 million selling digital courses and helping tens of thousands of people get closer to, if not completely achieve, financial freedom in the process, right? I get messages every day from people telling me, how grateful they are for the content that I'm creating creating, and just trying to help people is what makes me happy and fulfilled. And so let's actually break down how this works, right? Because really at the end of the day, there's 3 always profitable types of courses that you can create, and they fall into the 3 things that all people care about: health, wealth, and relationships, right? So if you can create a course, if you have experience, if you have knowledge in something related to wealth, health, or relationships, you are gonna be in a really good spot. And if you don't think you're an expert at anything, trust me when I tell you, you do have valuable experience in wealth, health, or relationships. You do, right? You might not think that you're some world-renowned expert, but think about it like this. Tony Robbins isn't a psychologist. He's not a psychiatrist. He doesn't have any credentials, right? But he's known as one of the foremost leading experts in personal development in the world. And why is that? Because he cared more about personal development than anyone else, because he only focused all of his attention on that one thing. And so he became good at it, right? I've seen Tony Robbins speak a number of different times, and he said, I didn't start out as Tony Robbins. I made Tony Robbins. I became Tony Robbins. So if you want to become an expert at something, then just focus on one high income skill, right? The first thing that you need to understand with the knowledge economy is focusing on one high income skill, something that's valuable to other people, something that's valuable to the market, is going to pay off such huge dividends. And the more valuable that skill is to the market, the more it's actually gonna return an exponential investment back to you. So let me actually give you an example of something inside here, right? We'll just take one of my courses. So inside of wealth, we chose Amazon, right? You can see there's other different choices: franchise, real estate, Forex, affiliate marketing, all these different types of actual sub niches inside of wealth. I chose to create a course about something that I had experience with. And remember, I was a seller and I had a lot of success, enough to actually help me quit my job. And we made hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single month. And so I never claimed to be some billion-dollar massive seller on Amazon. I just told people, my personal experience, and I told people, the strategies that I was using and how Amazon helped me become financially free. And so a lot of people have this misconception that you have to be like the best in the world to be able to help other people, but that's just simply not true. All you have to do is have more experience than someone and be able to add value and help them with that experience. If you can do that, then you can teach somebody and they're going to be so grateful, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't find fulfillment selling random little widgets or products on Amazon or Shopify or doing Facebook ads. Where I find fulfillment and where I get happiness, true happiness from, is helping other people. That's why I make all these free videos. That's why I release all of this free content. That's why I create some of the biggest communities in the world about Amazon FBA, about Facebook ads and marketing, and about Shopify, right? Because I love creating communities. I love seeing people be successful. And so, I had this kind of debate when I was younger because I always wanted to be a professor, but I didn't want to get paid like a professor. And so I found the perfect hybrid to be able to teach people, which is my true passion, but not be paid like an actual teacher, because that's the unfortunate truth in today's society in the United States. Teachers don't get paid what they deserve, right? And so I always enjoyed what money and financial freedom allowed me to have, but I loved teaching. And so this perfectly was kind of that hybrid that I had always wanted, where you can make a significant amount of money and be financially free, but also teach people. And so I decided to teach people Amazon, which is in the wealth niche, right? And so it's as simple as that, but it's not just wealth. People teach and have multi-million-dollar courses in relationships and health, right? Health, keto body, right? All these different, courses about how to lose weight, how to get in shape, how to get a summer body, how to lose, baby fat, all of these different things, relationships, how to have a better relationship with your husband or wife, or, pickup artists, how to talk to women. There's literally multi-million-dollar courses. There's thousands of them, and there's literally lists that show what those courses are, like on ClickBank, the 2 Comma Club, all of these different resources that show, these multi-million-dollar courses of everyday people just like you and me who understand what type of opportunity this is and who take advantage, right? And so that is how you choose a course topic. And I prove to you that anyone anywhere can do that, right? You can help people because you don't have to be the world's top expert to be able to help someone. You just have to have more experience than them so that you can add value with what you know. And so then the next thing that people say to me is, okay, Kevin, yeah, I'd love to make a course. I would love to teach people. I would love to help people. I would love to, become financially free and take advantage of the best, most passive business model on earth, which is the knowledge economy, and helping people and selling a digital course. But people always say, Kevin, how do I actually get people to come and see my stuff, come to my landing page, come to my funnel, come to my webinar, come to my course order page? Well, let's take a look at actually how this works, right? Because you can argue with a salesman, but you can't argue with results. And let's do some simple math, right? Let's look at the numbers. We run webinars all the time, all day, every day, right? 24 hours a day. If you get 100 people to register for your webinar, right, at $5 per person, which is very easy to do when it comes to Facebook ads. YouTube ads are generally a little bit more expensive, but you can usually get people between $6 and $8 or even less, right? But on Facebook, it's very, very easy to do with a simple Facebook ad to get a $5 registration to a webinar. If you do that and get 100 people to register for your webinar, you spent $500 on ads, right? Let's say that you're selling a $997 course, which is very average when it comes to, very high quality digital courses where you can teach somebody something that can really have a big effect on their life. If you sell just 1% conversion of those 100 people that you brought to the webinar, remember you bought 100 for $5 each, so you spent $500, you convert 1% of those 100 people, which is one person at $997, you spent $500 and you made $997 back, right? And that's something that's literally happening every single day. Most marketers just don't want to tell you about it because they want to keep it for themselves, right? That's just the truth. And there's two types of people that are going to be reacting to this right now, right? There's going to be the one type of person who comments down below and is super bitter about things and says, oh, course creators don't know anything. They never actually do what they teach. They just sell courses all the time, right? Which is one type of person. And it's not the type of person you want to be. I guarantee there's going to be people down below that say that. The other type of person is the person that's going to say, oh my gosh, this is literally a business model where you can put $500 into the Facebook ads machine and take $997 out, right? Because it's happening every day for myself, for thousands of other course creators, for hundreds of my students inside of the DCS family. But the thing is, guys, 1% conversion is actually pretty low. Industry standard is more like 2 or 3%. So if you convert 3% of that 100 people, all of a sudden you put $500 in and you got, $3,000 out, which is a 6 times return, and it's happening every single day. And remember, guys, this is nothing special. You can see right here, this is just a screenshot inside one of my ad accounts. And I think we have 49 or 50 different active ad accounts. You can see that we spent right here $57.41. And we got $3,985 back, right? And I'm not saying that that's happening every single day, but you can see some of these other ones. We spent $323 and we got $3,479 back. $82.24 and we got $19.94 back. $81.68, $81 and we got $19.91 back, right? So these are incredible 10x or even higher returns on Facebook ads. And so it's my mission, no matter what people are saying, I know there's gonna be people hating in the comments, I'm just expecting it, and that's okay. But my mission is to show you watching right now, my audience, right? The people who have been loyal to me and have helped me through all of this. I wanna show you guys what's possible. I wanna show you, in my opinion, and the best thing that I've ever found when it comes to really achieving financial freedom, and also at the same time, helping hundreds, if not thousands of people along the way. There's nothing else like the knowledge economy. It just doesn't exist, right? And the thing is, guys, imperfect action is always going to beat perfect inaction. And I just want to show you guys one of my webinar landing pages. This is actually my first ever webinar landing page that I put together, and I'm laughing because it looks terrible, right? But the thing is, this landing page right here has evolved into a $10 million machine, right? In less than 2 years from nothing, right? I had 0 followers on social media, 0 followers on YouTube, 0 followers on Facebook, on Instagram, anywhere, 0, everything, right? In less than 2 years, we've created this 8-figure monster from a very simple landing page that looks exactly like this. And so I just want to show you guys, what these things can actually become. Because the thing is, you don't have to be perfect to start, but you do have to start and put yourself in the race to have any chance of actually being able to take advantage of the best business model on earth, the most passive business model on earth, and also one of, if not the most fulfilling business model on earth, where you can help thousands of people, have the same type of success that you've had. And if you want to learn exactly how to take advantage of the knowledge economy and create your own digital course, your own digital course movement, even if you don't think you have any expertise, check out the link right here down in the description. We are putting on a completely free training where I'm going to be teaching you how you can start a digital course movement for yourself. Again, even if you don't think you have any expertise, I'm going to prove you wrong. but you do have to take the first step, because if you don't start, you'll never be able to take advantage of the newest and best business model to emerge since the internet, which is the knowledge economy. $355 million per day, soon to be $1 billion per day, and you have to take advantage of your piece, and we'll show you how by clicking this little link in the description, which again is completely free. And so I know I did promise a Q&A segment, so we're gonna read a couple of your guys' comments from last video. And our first question is from We How Extreme, who says, "Hi Kevin, thanks for the content. I recently tried to start a YouTube channel, but when I pressed the record button, I didn't know what to say. I can't really articulate when I need to say, and back to this digital course. If I were to create a digital course, I believe I have to make videos, right? How do you go about for that? Also, I don't have a personal brand to leverage. I'm really lost and overwhelmed. Please enlighten me," right? So we'll break this down step by step. So the first one you said, I don't know what to say. Right? What type of videos do you watch on YouTube? Like, actually ask yourself that question, because when I was first starting, I wanted to learn about Amazon FBA. So I watched every Amazon FBA video. I literally typed in Amazon FBA and watched every single video on the first page, second page, third page. And then once I had absorbed all of that knowledge, all of the blogs, and I'd actually implemented it for myself and had success, right? Then I started to share the things that I'd found, the ways that I was doing things, right? There's so much content on YouTube. Watch that content, get inspiration, the things that you like, right? Expand on those, create more content around those areas. The point is, if you don't start creating content, nothing's ever gonna happen. Mr. Beast is one of my favorite examples. He literally created YouTube content for 7 years. He's really only started to have success in the past, couple of years. And for 5 straight years, he had 0 success, right? Almost no one watched his videos, but he was literally still making them because he enjoyed it. And then only in the last 2 years or so has he started to blow up, and now he's one of the most popular YouTubers in the entire world. But if he hadn't have started, right, none of that would have been possible. And the second part of your question says, also, I don't have a personal brand to leverage on. Remember, We How Extreme. I just told you, less than 2 years ago, I had 0 personal brand. 0 followers on YouTube, 0 followers on Facebook, 0 followers on Instagram, 0 followers anywhere. And just because I was able to add value and I was consistent creating videos and actually helping people, right? People started to subscribe, people started to get interested, and then all of a sudden I did have a personal brand. So again, you just have to get started, or else nothing will ever change, right? You have to take action, or else you're never gonna create the life that you want. Question number 2 comes from Ricky Wilder, who says, "Thanks for breaking it down step by step, Kevin. Does your accountant degree ever come in handy in your business ventures?" And the answer is no, absolutely not. We talked about it earlier, where 77% of people don't ever end up working in what they study, right? So I studied and majored in accounting and business information systems, but I never used any of that at all. I literally hired someone to do my accounting for me, because they're 100 times better of an accountant than I'll ever be, which is just another example of how broken the traditional education system is. People don't get taught about taxes, or how to do inventory forecasting, or how to properly manage a cash flow schedule, or how to hire people, or how to do anything that's required to become a successful entrepreneur, which is why so many people just like you and me are turning to online learning, because I'd rather learn from someone who actually has become a self-made millionaire themselves than from a professor that makes $60,000 a year, right, at a local university, who's teaching me about entrepreneurship, who may or may not actually even be an entrepreneur themselves, right? And so people want to go straight to someone who has results more so than actually go to a university and learn about something from a professor that may or may not have any experience actually doing what they're teaching you. And the last question that we're going to do today is from Influencer Unchained. He says, "I had an idea about how to go about this, but recently I was wondering whether I should start selling courses without yet having a large YouTube following." And we kind of touched on this one before, but the answer is Influencer Unchained. Absolutely get started now. Never put things off into the future, because if you do, you may or may not ever actually start. And what I've learned about being an entrepreneur is there's no perfect time to get started. There never will be, right? There's always some little project at work. There's always, your next class. There's always something that you can use as a rationalization to why you're not getting started, right? The people who find success are the people who start now. Right now. The people who click the link in the description, join the free training, and the people who actually take steps and consistently move towards the goals that they want. Those are the people who are successful. Everyone else just stagnates and remains average. And they're the people who stay in their cubicle. And it might sound harsh, but that was me for over a year, right? I wish I could go back in time and slap myself in the face and tell myself that you should be focusing on something that's actually gonna move you closer to your goals, not just stagnating and swirling around in my cubicle, not making any sort of progress. If you want to learn more about how to create your own digital course empire, check out this video from one of my students, Ernest Epps, who actually made over $230,000 profit in just 90 days. We'll see you there.
My name is Ernest Epps, and I'm a father of 4. In the last 90 days, I made $230,000 selling digital courses. Now I'm a member of Digital Course Secrets.
All right, guys, what is up? We're joined by my boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Ernest Epps.